Now, Alex Karp just shocked investors today with this huge announcement. Palantir's CEO just called out OpenAI and Anthropic, and you won't believe what happened next. Now, when a CEO calls out a competitor, it's not a friendly suggestion over a game of golf. It's a public declaration of war. It is an equivalent of Gordon Ramsay walking into a rival kitchen, testing their signature dish, and telling the chef, this is raw and you've used the wrong herbs. Now, Alex Karp, the co-founder of and CEO of Palantir, decided to name names. He didn't give a vague speech about some companies in the AI space. He went straight for the jugular, calling out the two biggest names in the frontier AI models business: OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT, and Anthropic, the makers of cloud. Now, this is significant because for a long time, Palantir had been pulling its punches regarding these giants, but the gloves are now off. By using their names, Karp is signaling that this isn't just a philosophical debate. It is a direct challenge to their business models and their value proposition to enterprise customers. He's not throwing a fibble, he's throwing a boulder, and he wants everyone to know exactly who he's aiming at. So, what does this mean for investors, and could it have Palantir to move higher, and what is needed? Please like, share, and subscribe as we continue. Now, Alex Karp on Wednesday criticized the token model used by US artificial intelligence labs, Anthropic, and OpenAI as costs skyrocket. So here we are looking at the token model. So what is a token? In the world of large language models, a token is a piece of a word. When you ask ChatGPT a question, your input is broken down into tokens processed, and the output is generated token by token. Now, OpenAI and Anthropic charge for their services based on the number of tokens processed. It's like paying for water by the drop. Karp's criticism is that this model is fundamentally flawed for businesses, especially as costs skyrocket. The price of using these advanced models isn't going down. In many cases, it's going up. As these AI labs release more powerful models, they often come with a higher price tag per token. So this creates a serious problem for enterprise customers. Now imagine your business relies on a service whose price per unit keeps increasing. You have no control over how many units you will need. It makes budgeting a nightmare, and Karp is pointing out that this pricing structure creates a skyrocketing and unpredictable expense for companies. It's not a stable, predictable cost. It is a financial black hole that's getting deeper by the day. So also see that Karp told CNBC's Squawk that something has gone wrong, completely wrong. This isn't a mild criticism, it is a declaration of systemic failure. He's not saying, I think their pricing could be more competitive. He's saying the fundamental way these companies are selling AI is broken. So this is a massive accusation. It implies that the industry has taken a wrong turn and that the current market leaders are leading businesses down a path of financial waste and strategic vulnerability. Imagine a food critic saying, I'm not trying to be mean, but this entire restaurant's concept is a disaster. That's what Karp did. He dismissed the entire premise of how OpenAI and Anthropic are packaging and selling their AI, and is framing this as an objective reality, not just a matter of opinion. In his view, the emperor has no clothes and is not afraid to point it out on live television. He's essentially saying, I'm not attacking them personally, but their business model is fundamentally unsound. That's a masterclass in public relations. You get to be aggressive and critical while maintaining a vein of objectivity. Now, another important thing to note here is that Karp told CNBC that the industry should not underestimate the speed at which China is making progress in building AI models. This is Karp expanding the scope of his argument. He's not just talking about business models, he's talking about national security and global competition. He's warning that while American companies are busy chillaxing with tokens, China is aggressively building its own AI capabilities. And by adding to this point, Karp is framing the token model as not just a bad business decision, but as a strategic weakness for the entire Western world. If American enterprises are wasting money and handing over their data to a few American AI labs, they are collectively failing behind a more focused and determined competitor in China. So earlier this week, Palantir announced an expanded partnership with NVIDIA to use the chip-making giant's AI tools to build custom models for US government agencies. Now, this is the show don't tell part of Karp's argument. He's not criticizing, he's offering a solution. The solution is an expanded partnership with NVIDIA to build custom models for the US government. Now, this is a perfect illustration of his philosophy. Instead of a government agency paying OpenAI or Anthropic for tokens and sending its sensitive data through their APIs, Palantir and NVIDIA will build a custom AI system specifically for that agency using the agency's own data. So the agency will own the means of production and they won't be reliant on a third-party API. So this partnership is powerful rebuttal to the token model. And it shows that for the most sensitive and important user cases, like national security, the token model is simply not acceptable. The government needs control, security, and a model tailored to its specific needs. So Karp is signaling that Palantir is the trusted partner of this new, more responsible approach to AI. If you are enjoying the stock analysis, please like, share, and subscribe. Now, Karp views open-weight models as potential solution for CEOs frustrated by AI labs. This is the key takeaway. Karp isn't positioning open-weight models as the antidote to the frustration caused by OpenAI and Anthropic. He's appealing directly to CEOs frustrated by skyrocketing AI token costs. He's saying, I know you are frustrated. I know you're wasting money. I know you're worried about your data. There is a better way. Come to us and NVIDIA and we will build you a solution based on open-weight models that puts you back in control. It's a brilliant sales pitch. He's not just criticizing his competitors, he's presenting himself as the savior for their disgruntled customers. So it's like a car mechanic saying, you know those dealerships that are ripping you off with high-priced oil changes? I can do it for half the price with better oil, and I will teach you how to do it yourself. So Karp is positioning Palantir as the honest, efficient, and cost-centric alternative to the big, expensive, and exploitative AI labs. So what are your thoughts? Do you think that Karp is having a very great reasoning or he's just supporting Palantir because he's the CEO? Let me know your thoughts and please like, share, and subscribe. Remember to put God first in whatever you do because he's the owner of all investments and he's the key to our investing. Trust him and put all your plans to him. See you then.